Hello everyone, my name is Xerian. Wow, it's been a long time since I've uploaded. 6 months. So for this upload, I'm gonna do something different, but but also kind of similar. So basically, because of the Jujitsu Kaisen season 3 is out now. I gotten somewhat inspired to make my own Jujutsu Kaisen OC. And I'm going to show you the figure version of him, and I'm going to discuss like his lore and talk about his powers, his technique, stuff like that on this like document that I wrote on my computer. It's somehow like I don't know what I was thinking in class, but it's 2 pages long. Um, so yeah, we're gonna read through it. This is him right here. This character is Fukuro Futago Jr. Um, on the sides of here, you can see like his tattoos for Junior. And on his head is the paper bag. Um, so let's just discuss the figure of how I even created this figure first. Then we can discuss like the lore and powers. So let's pop off this head right here. The neck peg is a random Marvel Legends neck peg that I got from some figure. Um, so this is an old wooden bead that I already carved out, and in this bag of accessories, I have multiple wooden beads like this, to where in case if this one breaks, uh, this paper bag that I made like out of self adhesive Corad wrap tape that I just colored brown, colored the X and his eye black, and the I guess the stitches of it black too. So in case if this breaks, I can remove this out like a hat and place it on one of these pegs just in case if anything happens to him. The body is a Jada Toys Guile. Um, it fits his body type really well. It's taller, but yet also very muscular and bulky, but at the same time like super articulated. And for that, really fits like his character because this character does move around a lot. So, um, his ability is called Clone Count. He's the son of Fukuro Futago, the baghead sorcerer from the hidden inventory arc. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you're not a Jujutsu Kaisen fan or like not caught up, you might want to do some research because you won't understand a single word that I'm saying. So I'm just gonna let you guys know about that. So let's read that again. His ability is called Clone Count. He's the son of Fukuro Futago, the baghead sorcerer from the hidden inventory arc. His name is Fukuro Futago Jr., and his technique differs from his father's. So here are the similarities, yet the differences. So, Fukuro Futago Jr., just like his father, can create up to 5 or fewer identical clones at once and can switch his consciousness into any clone body placed anywhere in case if he's at risk of dying or the main body he's in is injured. But every time a clone dies, the main body's energy increases and he gets physically stronger. To activate his technique, he has to wear a brown paper bag on his head, and when he puts it on, the number 0 appears above him and his clones' heads. It represents the number of his clones that die, and it adds up by how many are killed. So if one clone is killed, his number, energy, and strength add up by 1. If 5 are killed, then his number, energy, and strength add up by 5. This pretty much makes a loop of him making 5 clones, they die, then his number goes up with his power stacking. Now, the clones by themselves are weak, but this is on purpose so they can die faster, making the Main one right here, stronger. Another difference is that he can also clone any of his body parts onto the main one. He uses this as a way to heal himself without needing to learn the reverse curse technique, similar to how Hakari can do his. So basically, if the main body loses a body part, like an arm, he can make a replica of it on his body, healing himself. You can also duplicate body parts like extra limbs for attacking, even add eyes, ears, and noses around his body to check his surroundings. But this can cost him a small amount of energy. So making body parts is not automatic, unlike making 5 clones. Now, this is his weakness. If the paper bag is taken off the real Fukuro Jr., he can't make any clones. So no bag on his head equals no clones. The number on his head also goes away without it, but he could still keep his stored energy and strength. So that's how his technique works. Now I'm going to talk about his domain expansion. His domain expansion is destructive heritage. It's a land filled with grass where he uses all of his cursed energy to make a huge number of clones. And as soon as they show up, they all explode, instantly dying. This skips the whole process of his technique and gives him maximum power. In this state, the word max appears above his head, where he can't gain any more power from clone deaths. Instead, he can make a near infinite number to overwhelm opponents. If he is in his max form for too long, he can become a mindless rage monster with 3 exclamation points above his head and attacks everything in his path. This can leave him vulnerable to someone sneaking up on him to take his bag off, making him go back to normal. Now here is a what happens if the bag is taken off while he's in max state. Um, when the paper bag is taken off his head, he does not get to keep any of the power he has had in his max state. So basically, he should build up his power instead of rushing it instantly with his domain expansion. So that's how his ability works. The only thing that I can think of that I should add is like how many clones does it take for him to get to max without the domain expansion. But let me know in the comments below if I should change that or just leave it how it is. His backstory. His father quit on his first day as a grunt when he fought Team Gojo. He was able to leave his job since he was a no-name sorcerer and was able to get a normal job to support his son. Fukuro Jr. was the same age as Megami at that time, so it was set in like 2009. Megami was 6, so he was like 6 years old, and now he's a teenager. Yes, we're using anime logic here. This 6'2" muscular man is a teenager. Um, Now, Junior, he respects his father because he at least tried to take care of his son, even though he was not a strong sorcerer. This basically gave Fukuro Jr. a complex of always having to prove himself to be the sorcerer his father never was. Another thing about his technique is that Fukuro Jr. can also remove the paper bag from a clone, which can count as clone death. He uses this as a quick mercy kill to not be ruthless, but to be creative as possible. So basically, if he's fighting someone, if somebody figures out how his technique works, if they try and get near him to like take the bag off, he can just switch into a clone body. Um, this one gets the bag taken off. That counts as a clone death, which just adds to his power. Um, Now here are some facts or about his technique. Um, well, actually, about both of their techniques is that the paper bag cannot be destroyed either. You can rip it apart, but it will just reform instantly. I made it to where it was like a relic by the first woman who had the cloning technique ability in 1852. Very old, and this is like a funny little add-on. Fukuro Jr. actually washes it frequently, um, because it can't be like dissolved in water. If you, it will get soaked up but it's just going to reform. Um, I based this off of the fact that the paper bag was made by Margaret E. Knight. Um, Now here are in his accessories that I made for him, also for abilities. Um, Fukuro Jr. mainly uses hand-to-hand fighting, but he does have a katana. Katana. This is his marrow blade. I made this just out of zip ties, and like this bottom part was like self-adhesive wrap tape. So the marrow blade is exactly what you think it is. The blade part right here is made from his own bone, and like the going down to the hilt is made from like clone skin. He also has a marrow dagger, which is basically the same thing. The sword can fit into this gripping hand. Just gotta put it in here. Yeah, this is his marrow blade. You can also duplicate it just in case if it breaks. So that is his full on abilities. Oh, I forgot to read this part. Unlike the Zetting clan, women are actually respected in his family because a woman made their technique, and it was based around childbirth because cloning and stuff like that. Uh, if I'd say he would be a grade 1 sorcerer, not special grade, because he does have amazing abilities, but also the caveats of number one, someone taking the bag off his head. Number two, not being able to use the max for so long, or if he does use it, it has to be like a last resort because he could risk becoming mindless. And also, there are a lot of characters that can counter his ability in Jujitsu Kaisen, like Toto, for example. That would be like a really bad matchup. Um, so I do have some images on my computer, um, right here. This is what his father looked like, but I basically based the design around him from the manga and anime, where he has the X, the exposed eye, and the stitches at the mouth. So yeah, in the next section, I will discuss his articulation. So, articulation. His head can look up really far. Now, it's supposed to look like a paper bag. I could have like doubled it more, like added more self-adhesive wrap tape at the top, make it look more square. But it just looks like a cube. It goes side to side. Even though he has like really big shoulders, they can move easily. Ab crunch really well. Legs. Because of his butterfly joints, they add for really great sword poses. The legs, good, but a little stiff. Now, when I got this from GameStop, there's only like one gripe, and it's really small. The thigh swivel on my, it's smooth. It's not like full on loose, but it is smooth. Me personally, like I rather have like a bit of a tighter thigh joint. Yeah, but the legs aren't move good. The arms move good. Boot swivel, everything moves well. Another thing that I need to make for him is an unmasked head. I just gotta find a Marvel Legends head that's big enough for this body and matches the skin tone. Wow, this video is 14 minutes long. Is there anything else that I can add? Uh, this is really it. This is my first time making like a OC or like original character for a existing show. Um, for fun, I feel like adding Crunchyroll and any Jujutsu Kaisen fans, maybe they could send this to the author, Gege Yakutami. So this was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. More uploads should be coming soon. Bye, y'all.